She reminds me of
Life of Beans?
Yeah, tell a story about a
story about a pig.
yeah. Story.
Ruin the story one day. It's a lot of pressure.
No.
You did it for Terry, and you did it for Hermanson.
That's right. Now you gotta do it for Barry.
Okay. When I was young, my brother had asthma, and it was brought on by allergies. So we had to get rid of our pets. We had a dog, collie, that I loved.
Killed him.
And we had to give it away. And not only that, we had to get rid of all our stuffed animals because they collected dust and all that stuff supposedly would trigger my brother's asthma, whatever. And
He's such a pain.
yeah, I know. So I started researching hypoallergenic pets, you know, pets that you can have even if you have allergies.
What a freak. How old were you?
I don't know, I was like 10 probably.
And obviously there's no website. You had to go on the encyclopedia.
Well, I don't know. Megan was alive and she... yeah, I guess I could be 10, probably 11 or 12 maybe. Anyway, I decided that the animal that used to be really popular in the 70s, I think, is pot-bellied pigs.
Pot-bellied pigs, okay.
So I think that would be a great pet to have. I'm like, they're just like dogs except they're pigs and they just shed and they don't have... They're small. They get, like, I went to the pet shop and I saw one about that big.
Okay.
Supposedly as big as they get. And I'm like, that seems cute. And I liked it, you know? It had a certain charm to it. And it was $200 or $300. I don't remember what, but my allowance was about $2 a week. So I was doing the math, and I was like, wow, it's gonna take me a long time to save up for that. So in the penny saver they have free dogs all the time, free cats, free to a good home type thing. So I'm like, hey, maybe they'll have a pig. So I'm saving up my money, but at the same time I'm looking in the paper every single day to see for free to good home pig. After several months, I actually see it. Free to good home, pot-bellied pig. And you gotta remember, this whole time I've been working with my parents. The guilt thing, because they had to get rid of my beloved pet. So I'm trying to make them feel really guilty. And I'm like, can we get this? If I save up and buy it myself, can I get it? And they're like, they finally caved and said, yeah, okay, we can get that. So I'm really excited. And when I see it for free, I'm like, yes, look, Mom, Dad. So
they love everything for free.
We call and we make an appointment to go see it. And so we drive about an hour out into the country.
And this is where the story starts getting good.
We have an hour into the country and we...
The whole family.
Yeah, the whole family. We all went to go see
Load up the van, head out.
5 of them.
We did have a van too. Not that... Maybe it was that van. 94? How old would I have been then? It might have been that van.
What van?
My transport. Not the same transport, but my dad had one, remember?
Your dad had a transport?
Yeah, that's why I loved them. He had the most reliable van we ever had.
My dad had a Chevy Impala, doesn't mean I'm...
My dad had a Ford Escort. I'm not in love with it.
My dad leased the transport. He got it on a 3-year lease. When the lease was up, I'm like, Dad, you buy that van. No problem. And he's like, no.
How old were you, 10?
94. No, I wasn't 10. I'd be 12. No. The lease is up. I'm 15 by the time the lease is up. Okay? Yeah, that's right. And I really wanted to drive that van. And
You buy the van, Dad.
I'm telling him, he buys it because I'm like, Dad, no problem. It's 3 years. It's a good car. And he doesn't, and he ends up buying a Chevy Venture. And
junk.
Yeah, piece of junk. I mean, the thing breaks down the day we buy it.
You had the truck.
This was our old one.
You're getting off the pig story.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm way off. I'm sorry.
So our family's not in the country.
We're driving the country. We knock on the door. We walk in, and all we see is.
It's like.
Literally this big. Like I know I'm not exactly. It's at least that big. And it makes that noise as we walk in.
Megan jumps on their couch.
And they're like, as we're walking, Megan runs in, jumps up on the couch, and as they walk in, they're like, don't worry, it doesn't have tusks anymore. And I was a really, really shy kid, like ridiculously shy. So it's like, I couldn't say that this was not what I had in mind. Like I couldn't say to these people, oh, I'm sorry, this is not what I want. We can go now. So I'm making this horrified look, trying to hope that someone sees that I was horrified. And My dad, meanwhile, is just looking at this thing. He's like, well, how do you take care of this? How are we going to get this in the van? And because my dad's the type of person, if he promises to do something, he will do it, even if he doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he gave his word. He knows that that's what he promised the whole family. He can't go back. So he's getting that pig.
No matter what.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're talking about it, and I'm trying to look as horrified so that they realize I don't want this. You know, I don't want it. I'm not holding you to your word, Dad. And the pig walks into this giant litter box, this big, lifts his leg and pees, and walks out. And they're like, see, it's housebroken. And all I'm thinking is, like, maybe we'll have a barbecue, maybe. And my dad, and we're there for about 2 hours talking to them. And finally my mom, because my mom is not retarded, says, well, we'll have to think about it and get back to you, okay? So, and then we take the list of stuff. And we leave, and we're driving it. And we all, as soon as we get in the van door closes, we all start yelling at my dad. Dad, what were you thinking? Why would you get that? We don't want that thing. What is wrong with you? Are you insane? And we're just yelling at him the whole way home. And the next day...
Wait, he's still talking.
Yeah.
He's like,
the next day, he's like, what? You didn't want it? What? I was just like, I didn't want this thing, but you guys were like, well, I want it. And,
I didn't want this thing.
the next day he goes, and I think he spent like, I don't know how much it was. It was $300 or $500 on a little dog that lives in a shed. A Lhasa Apso. So it's supposed to be hypoallergenic. He goes and spent, like, we've never paid for a pet in our life. You know, you get it for free in the paper, that's the only answer. And he goes spend that much money on an animal. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you didn't make me get that pig. I bought you this dog.
This is the happiest day of my life.
He's like, this is the happiest day of my life. And I'm like, Dad, you didn't have to go spend that kind of money. We didn't want that pig no matter what. But we were happy to have the dog. But and then if you see my dad and you ask him about it, he'll say, yeah, I was the only one who didn't want that pig. The rest of the family wanted that.
That's a good story. And now we'll put it on YouTube.